Urska, yeah. Brendan, they can't hear you.
There we go. Apologize, guys. Anyways, welcome back to another new form event. This always happens. As soon as I pop an earphone in, it decides to go to the earphone and messes everything up in OBS. But let me say everything yet again. First of all, thank you, Kole, and for just having eyeballs on the chat. I appreciate that. But guys, today we are back again with another new form challenge, as we do each and every month. Each month we have a challenge simply to bring together awesome creatives like yourselves, those who are watching, and just those from the UI UX Daily Tips channel, as well as the Daily Web Designs, and also our community new form, to really just, it gets really monotonous. We have our jobs, we have our freelance clients, and we kind of want to, as creatives, do something that we can call our own, have a little fun, and that's what these challenges are all about. We put a little bit money up for those who get first, second, and third place prizes or places, but really this is just a chance for people who want to come together in an awesome community around certain themes during the month to build something that they can be proud of. So with that being said, this month's challenge was around the Grand Theft Auto new video game. So there's a lot of websites, or a ton of content that was being produced, or websites being produced around this theme, and was taken in a whole bunch of different ways. And I'm super excited to share with you guys all of the amazing submissions that we can within an hour, as well as our honorable mentions, first, second, and third place winners. And without going too further, without saying hi, because I did say hi to everybody, you guys just couldn't hear me. Just also want to say hi to Urska, Keisho, we have Ari in the chat, we have Maeve, and we have a name that I'm definitely gonna butcher, but I believe it's Melnick. But howdy doody. If you guys are on Instagram, let us know if this is your first time watching, and if you guys want to come over to YouTube, where you can probably hear us, communicate better, see all the designs a little bit better, come over to YouTube by commenting YouTube, and we'll send you an automatic DM with the link. All right, Kole, anything else before we get started?
Oh, I'm excited to get into this. There's some great submissions, so let's do it.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, so this is how we're gonna rock with today. Okay, we have, oh, and is Denisa in the chat?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I see you. And we have Eigor as well. Howdy doody. I just didn't scroll, guys. All right, gotta give me time. But this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna go through all of the challenge winners will be at the end of the live stream, so you guys gotta stick around. Okay, but what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go through all of our honorable mentions. We're gonna go through all of our beginners league to what we can as time permits, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into our third, second, and first place winners from there, and that's how we're gonna do it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our honorable mentions. First off, we have, let me go ahead and share my screen here. We have Shrewy. So Shrewy, I'm not gonna lie. I asked Kole. Me and Kole went back and forth with this, because this was, honestly, this could have been in third place. We'll explain. You'll see what is in third place. This shifted from third place back and forth a couple times, but I have to say, Shrewy's was probably the most, and I think me and Kole agreed on this. This was probably the most. What is the term? The concept was different than everybody else's, where they took the theme of Grand Theft Auto, the video game, and turned it into a collection of clothings, or really a brand. And so basically this is an e-commerce brand based off of, or out of the world of GTA 6. So GTA 6 inspired outfits for the bold and reckless. Really like the, this nice little, and I'm gonna zoom in, I'm gonna full screen this so you guys can see. And for those who are on Instagram, you're not getting the full screen, so you're gonna have to comment YouTube so you can see. But this was, I love the hover interactions here. I love the assets, and as you scroll down, you have different clothing pop up, or just apparel and bags, things like that. This brand was born in the blur between pixels, pavement, and rebellion. Every piece we drop is a mission, stitched with attitude, powered by glitch, inspired by Vice City Nights and underground chaos. We design for the fearless. And I just really like how, you know, it goes one line at a time. I need this, honestly. If books were able to do this, this is why I'm a Kindle. You know how we have iPad children? I'm like a Kindle adult, okay? I need the slow one line at a time, like, I know what I just read, and not read the line or before or after it and lose my spot. But I really do like how they, you know, the majority of the people who did the competition really went to redesigning the game website or homepage. And, you know, Shrewy really just went out on a limb and was like, hey, let me make my own brand that is inspired and pulled out of GTA 6.
I gotta say, those cards that we just scrolled past are really my favorite. The glass, the frosted glass effect on that, and then the cutout that she's done is really somehow really reminiscent of GTA.
Man, they do a nice little twirl too. Anything that moves, you guys sell me on it, okay? I'm a goldfish. You guys gotta know. And I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll through so you guys can see. But the first half of the experience is the strongest. The second half, you know, it kind of felt almost as if it was two websites, but I have to say, you know, regardless, very strong, especially this first piece. I just loved it from the get-go. This was a very strong hero section. All right. Do we have anything that you would like to say before we move to the next piece, Kole?
No, great work, Shrewy. She was cooking with the AI, by the way. I love to see that. But yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, we gotta give Shrewy some applause. You know, it's audible. Guys, if you also know how to make sure, if any of you guys stream, I'm actually really curious. I have soundboard things here. I can hear it. I know you guys can hear it, but Kole cannot hear it. So every time I play a sound, he's just like, you know, he's just out in the wind.
Yeah.
So if you guys have a YouTube video you would want to share it with me in the new form community, that'd be awesome, because I got to figure that out. Tried it before. It's a lot of different wires crossing. But okay, up next we have Nccoy Creative. So let's go ahead and pull this up really quick, and I'm gonna refresh so you guys can see the little animation that happens here.
That intro is very strong, I have to say.
Yeah, like the intro, and I do like the cleanliness where it's just welcome to Vice City, and you know, we have a full panel here of just the background, whether it's a trailer or just video content from the game itself. It's very clean. And one thing I wanted to ask, I guess this is you guys are gonna roast me. This is the font from GTA 6. Do I stand corrected in that? Or
I honestly have no
idea. We might have to do a little good, because everybody had like a very specific what's it called? We might have to look. Very similar font choices. And I was like, maybe that's like while I'm talking, I have to say I really liked, as we scroll, the outlines that happen with the characters.
Yeah.
You got the one as their name pops up, which is awesome. Keisha says yes, the name is also GTA something.
Got it.
Awesome, Keisha. I appreciate it. See, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Keisha. I appreciate it. Urska says also love that intro. Very nice, very nice. All right, and this, you know, my notes on this one is that the scrolling experience for this is awesome. An entire world to take over. You guys have really been getting it really well with these scrolling experiences. And I feel like as we've had more and more challenges, the more of you guys are playing with the horizontal or the vertical to horizontal to vertical to horizontal scroll. We got Cal Hampton. And I'm with Booby Ike.
Yeah, I
was
saw that
like,
too. I was like, are they misspelling it? But everyone
I
wrote
bet
it
his
the
name
same,
is
so
actually that.
yeah, I bet.
Draquan Priest. But I like how they pull each individual character up. The different areas within the game. Experience freedom like never before. Got a nice full screen image that scrolls off to the side. We have it coming soon. And the pre-order.
Yeah.
So this was, and a lot of you guys really had, we'll see a lot more scrolling sites in this. And I have to say, please keep doing these, guys. Because you all are doing different, like having different ways of producing these. And I swear each time a new challenge shows up, you guys just like happen to be inspired. I'm gonna call it stealing, but be inspired by each other and kind of just like rip off or riff off each other. And it's really cool to see like, wow, they took, some ideas that they might have seen in the last challenge and really produce it in the next challenge, but just with different things. So it's not stealing per se, but I just love how you guys are really learning from one another.
Yeah, I gotta say I loved how like simple and clean this one was. Didn't have a ton going on, but he like executed it really well, section by section by section. So yeah, really well done.
All right, so up next we have Angel Silva. Man, I cannot. All right, hold on, let me refresh this. I cannot tell you guys. So Angel has been notorious for making video games in his submissions. And I almost missed it. I luckily saw one of their posts on Instagram about the video game that they made for this particular challenge, and I was like, "Holy cow!" Because we'll watch together, okay? I'm not even saying much.
It's pretty wild.
Nars Mesh says my laptop can process some of the web pages animations. Nars Mesh, all right, it's time to upgrade, sir. No, I'm joking. But some of the people are really putting a lot of oomph in their websites, but that just tells you how much time people are taking. So we have this awesome parallaxy effect here. We have these nice little highlights behind each character. We got 3 colors. And as we scroll, we get these little cutouts of our next character, Grand Theft Auto 6. The wait continues. We know how long you've been waiting for this, the rumors, the leaks, the dreams, and we're here to tell you that it's still not ready. Yeah, guys, I have no idea when this is actually supposed to be live. I even think, I was talking to somebody on the team at Wix Studio, and we told them that this was our next theme, and they were like, when does the game actually come out? And I was like, to be honest, we have no idea, but it makes the challenge fun. Okay. But don't despair, Agents of Chaos. At Rockstar Games, we know patience has its limits. And while we finish polishing every last pixel of our next big hit, we're bringing you something that will make your wait worthwhile. So again, otherwise, I have a 5th grade reading level, guys, so we'll be here for a while if I continue reading. So I'm just going to continue scrolling to show you guys something really cool. So I love their hover interactions of having these different cards here. When you click them, it changes the background, which I think is pretty cool. But let's keep going. So the price, 0 zip nada. That's right, it's no joke. We want you to enjoy the experience while you wait for the true launch. Consider this gift for your infinite patience. And so here, Kole, did you get to play in this?
Yeah, I was rolling around. It was a good time.
So you can go and play this. Watch this crash the stream, guys. Apologize. Oh, I didn't think about the audio, and I know that's playing. Oh no.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
I don't know if everyone else can.
I just hope that the music isn't playing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's no music. Okay. Cool. So basically,
like always,
there's.
I spent far too long in here walking around.
Yeah. So you can. Did they add punching stuff like last night? But
I didn't.
Anyways, yeah, I don't recall the punching. But they made a whole world, and I think you can get in a car. I totally crashed one the other day, but I don't see the car today.
Get rid of it. Now you're in the sidewalk.
Yeah, guys, but
from a development standpoint, this is wild. I don't even know. I gotta watch his video because I don't know how he made this. Once again, he's blown me away.
Yeah, they make some awesome stuff. Some of the, you know, maybe the fact that I walked into the sidewalk, there was a lot more that I was able to do yesterday, and also there was some punching, there was some things that I saw today that were not in what I saw yesterday. So they probably updated some things, but I recommend you guys, if you want to check out some of these sites, please go to newform.community/challenge and look at, we'll go there right now so you guys can see what's going on. Newform.community, and just go to the challenge page, or actually, yeah, the challenge page, and take a peek-see at the submissions. And I wonder if
I think you went past it. Yeah,
Aha.
there you go.
View current submissions. We have all the submissions here. I highly recommend you guys check them out because they're all awesome, and you guys can play with them at your, for as long as you want.
At your own leisure.
At your own leisure, guys. All right, up next we have another honorable mention, Denisa.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull this up. This was awesome. This is a beautiful thing in Figma. Hampa said, is this a website or a game? Yes.
That's accurate.
Let's see. I'm reading at the chat really quick. Robert's saying, hire this guy ASAP, Rockstar. Very nice. No car to show. Yeah, the car was really dope. You could get in the car and you could just kind of like play in there. And I very often fell off the cliff. I don't know how to drive in real life, guys. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so let's refresh this. We got Grand Theft Auto. We got some nice gradient action here. We have, this is also Denisa, I believe Denisa's in the chat.
I think so.
And I was in love with this card. I didn't even want to leave this part of the experience. I was just like, you know what? She's won. This is it. It's okay. She also, shout out to Denisa, she took Kole's nice little buttons that we produced this month.
Yeah, that I saw that. I appreciate that, Denisa. That's pretty cool.
Nice little callback.
Yeah.
And so now we're in the actual experience here. We have, or the actual landing page, we have plan a mission, explore the map. Your mission starts here. And we kind of just get into the, let's see. Grand Theft Auto 6 is the long-awaited next entry in Rockstar's legendary open-world crime saga. So we're learning a little bit more about the game. We get the ability to watch the trailer. We get to see our next hit, our missions. Akin says really nice glitch effect. I agree.
Yeah.
I honestly, go ahead, Kole. I've been running.
I was about to say, I wonder how she did that Figma, because I was looking at that thinking that's pretty wild how she did that.
Yes, Denisa, how did you do it? Is it let's recall it. I was thinking maybe it was video.
I think it's like smart animate, I bet.
I
don't know. It's pretty seamless.
Yeah. And this is actually one thing I didn't realize. I'm not sure if it was intended, but these bullets here, I'm not sure if that was.
I didn't notice that either.
Not sure. But this was very cool. My favorite piece about this was the color scheme and the assets. Just how everything was really well put together. The cyberpunk feel. Even though this, I know, I like cyberpunk colors. If you guys haven't noticed my background, okay? Really, Denz is speaking to my heart right now. But overall, great assets, great animation. Yeah, Kole, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I just love the composition of it all. It flows very well from start to finish. There's never repeated sections that are boring. There's always something for my eye to be looking at, but it doesn't feel like busy or chaotic. So really well done on that front. The design on this is top notch.
Wait, and Den says there are some games. Where are the games? Teach us. Yeah, you guys hide Easter eggs very well.
It's not
like some of the
plan a mission. Is that doesn't do anything? Hey,
there was something here that I did the other day, and I was like picking spots.
Oh, there we go.
And like maybe picking a team. Let's see. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I broke something.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, this is one that I met. Wait, mission accepted.
Aren't we just back where we started?
Let's see. I think I broke something.
Oh, there we go. Now there's hover effects. This is the only issue with Figma. Once you start creating very complex animations, it can take a long time to load, which is why we do when you build on Wix Studio.
All right, we'll give it another 2 minutes. All right, press on weapons, crews, etc. Let's take a look at this. All right, weapons, crews, etc. Where are we at? Is it after plan a mission?
Yeah, maybe keep going down. Here, let me see if mine's loaded.
Dens, we're looking for your... We need your help. We're lost. But we might have to come back to it. If you explain it, we'll put a bookmark on your piece here. And we'll come back to it. Because we got it. We still got some time we got to run through.
Oh, hold on. Right. She says after the map section.
After the map section. Oh, I see.
Oh, in there. Oh, I did not know that was there.
What in the hell?
Oh my god.
That's awesome. I didn't even see these little blue things before.
No, me neither. I thought that was just part of the design.
Yeah, I just saw, my eyes were taken by the weapons, crew, gear, role, and training. That's freaking sick.
That is crazy.
Alright, Dens.
That's pretty well done. That's very well done. Holy.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's pretty sick, man. See? 7 says clever. Very nice, very nice. See, this is why we need you guys live with us, because there's so many things we had to go through. And even like the smallest thing. Like this, you know, we missed this heavy.
Yeah.
And this is like, this is huge. All right, and then gear. Can I rotate this? Oh yeah,
nice.
That's insane.
That's wow. Oh. No wonder it took a while to load. There was a lot going on here.
It's a whole bunch. All right, let me see. I'm rethinking things. Well. All right, let's. All right, guys. At the end of today, we're gonna go through stuff. We have our first, second, and third. But after seeing some of this stuff, we're gonna need some of your help to maybe. We might rejigger some things. Possibly, maybe. But we might need your help voting on those things. So, all right, up next, let's see what we're doing on time. We still got, let me clear some of these in the next,
Yeah, we might need to speed up a little.
Yeah, we need to speed it up.
Because we gotta go through some of the beginner league too.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Some of the beginner league, we have some people, or some of the same people. All right, so let me really quickly optimize this to 1440 or 1440, I believe. Cool. All right. So this is by, let me go ahead. This is by Eigor. All right, Eigor, let's see what we got. 1 city, 2 lives, no way out. So see what's coming. We can select our role, and I believe, let's see. I love how some of you guys have been doing this silhouette stuff. I think this is really cool.
That's very, very creative. A lot of you actually chose to do that. I don't know if you saw that somewhere, maybe on the actual GTA website, but yeah, no, really well done.
And this one was actually pretty cool too. I know I've been saying a lot of you guys, this is what I'm saying. A lot of you guys have been doing the horizontal scroll, but this is probably the most interesting, or one of the most interesting horizontal scrolls because of the way it undulates.
Yeah, that's circular movement.
And then these, they're moving a little bit different today. Because these were more responsive than, oopsies, what did I just click? Nope, return to sender. So these, they are supposed to move with my mouse, and they do actually respond. They just look like it's kind of going up and down today, but they did move nicely before, and we can go ahead and click on them. We get a little bit more information about the area. We get a nice full screen trailer. And I love this too. You know, the scrolling behind every lie or every deal, a lie. Do you have the nerve to survive? But I thought this was really awesome.
Yeah, that was nice.
Is this actually coming May 20? Is it past May?
Oh,
this is next
2026.
Listen. All right, guys, I'm a time traveler, hence my background. I don't know where we are. But this was awesome, Eigor. Excellent job.
Yeah.
Love the card section. Love the full screen trailer with the image or with the text overlay that's changed on scroll. And I love the little horizontal scroll you got going on here. All right, up next we have Victor Senorins. Apologize my English accent. Okay. All right. Up next we have, so let's see. Oh, I thought I was missing one. Never mind. Let me refresh this again. So this one is by our awesome friend Victor. Got a nice little section up top. Trailer we got coming soon, May 2026. It must be May 2026 because everybody has the same date.
Yeah. I think that's what Maeve said.
Yeah. Awesome, Maeve. Thank you. Next year. Eigor says, didn't press menu. Yeah! Hold on, guys.
Y'all keep finding some wild stuff on us. So what?
Is there more? Okay. Got you. All right. Menu's there. Beautiful work, Eigor.
Got it.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. There's just a lot, and what's it called? There's little time as well. We're trying to get through the majority that we can in the hour. Like we're 30 minutes in, and we've gone through, I think, 4 sites. So we're gonna have to start to pick up the pace. So I apologize if we have to speed through. But again, this is Victor's, and I believe that is personal Vict in the chat. Hello, sir. That's me. All right, so we're starting off with our places to tour. We got each section has a little bit of a spotlight, kind of given where it is. We got background image showing us a little bit of what that place might be. We got Leonida keys. How do you say this?
I have no idea.
Leonida. Who can say it in the chat?
Leonida.
All we know, it's a tropical archipelago. Man, I swear, the 5th grade reading level, guys. We gotta bring it down. But I love how, again, you guys are going and focusing on what are the areas to explore in the video game. Let's see. The Gators main. You guys are exploring different pieces of and more places to be revealed. People, Jason, Luisa, we're getting into the characters now. You know, this was my favorite part of the site. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes if you load the site a little, yeah, the Jason, Luisa, Brian, and Draquan, I like that each section had a little bit of a quadrant hover. This was my favorite piece that I put in the notes. That each little hover thing. Go ahead.
If I was gonna do it, I would have kept the those kind of dotted lines that you have. Then. Yeah. Because I was a little confused at first when I started hovering on it. I was like, what's going on? And then I figured it out. But yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah, the initial state, if it was here, like, it would make sense. But because at first I was just like, wait, what's going on? But then I hovered off on accident. And then I was like, oh, this was actually a really cool idea. Robert says Leonida. Very nice. Thank you, Robert.
Okay. So that's what we were saying.
Trust you.
Yeah.
Leonida. We got the key features, next generation open world freedom. If anything happens, I'm right behind you. I hope that's a good thing. But again, you guys did a great job with horizontal scrolling. We got the size of the map, how many different chapters, a good little recap of what the game will entail, and just going back to when the game is actually going to be released. So, beautiful work there, Vic. Great use of the assets. My favorite piece is this piece. I think this made your site a little bit more unique. And just making sure that each piece, the characters, the places, all those things were mentioned in your website, and going back to when the site was at, or when the game is going to be live. So, Victor, excellent job. Little hand claps for you.
Well
And
done.
while that sound is playing out, we're going to pull up next Urska. All right, my friend, let's go ahead and pull this up. Another honorable mention of ours. All right, let's pull this, because this was awesome. You guys, actually, this was super dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of them are super dope, but Vic, you are very welcome. Thank you.
The first time I went through this, I didn't even realize there was more to click on, but then I got there in the end, Urska, don't worry.
All right, so let's put this to, and I love that you guys do
busy.
this so we know what what's gonna call it, the optimization is, so that we can actually turn it to that when we're going live. And the glitch effect when we close that is pretty sick. So we got the Grand Theft Auto. We're gonna go ahead and click this button. And my favorite part, I'm not gonna lie to you, was these buttons, the menu buttons. I love the bounce. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Urska did all of this, or a lot of this I think was custom coded. This was just awesome. I love the buttons, the hovers. I was here pressing a lot of things for a very long time. And I feel, honestly, Urska, you were probably one of the, on top of Den's, yours was very much cyberpunky and very true to that color, or that color scheme. And I loved these little crossing of the images between each little section item here. And there was, so the choose your path, this was also really dope. This is one of my favorite pieces as well. I don't know what it is. These vibrant colors just make me happy.
It's the monkey brain.
It's the monkey. Wow, that's crazy. You guys hear that? Here on live stream, Kole said I was a monkey. That's wild. I'm joking. It's okay. I was just messing with you. All right. But this next piece, so I loved absolutely everything. I just wanted to say, I don't know, maybe it's something on our end. There was a lot of default, I wouldn't call them default, but you guys use like the perfect typography for like everything. And then sometimes I would get to sections and I was like, why is there Times New Roman? And so if you, I know this is powered by Purple, so I assume this is outside of the Wix Studio ecosystem. But I was happy, all the colors, all the everything, and then I was just like, Times New Roman. No, I know this is not Times New Roman, but I love the countdown. I just wish it was also styled in there. But what made up for it was this awesome rainbow little.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
I would have loved if that was throughout the whole site. That was pretty
whole
sweet.
site.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was wondering if I was doing something wrong because I could only see it there. But yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah. So I forgave you. so it was okay. You know, if anything, if you guys ever enter in a challenge, you're like, I'm not sure if Brandon's gonna like it, throw in some rainbows. It'll be good. It'll probably end up in the honorable mention or a top 3 for sure. And then Kole has to pull me back to reality and be like, we need to set, you know, you need to calm down, Brandon. But this was an excellent job, Urska. And Akin says, yep, a sans serif font is not. Yeah, but you know,
I don't think that's editable, like Brandon said.
Yeah, I agree.
It is.
That's where we gave slack. I was just like, you know, once I saw them powered by Purple, I was like, oh, it's just an external thing. But I get the concept. It's a countdown, and very smart of you to have a countdown. And if you probably had a little bit more time, you probably would have customized it. So beautiful job regardless. Beautiful job.
Well done,
Okay.
Urska.
All right, up next we have, so ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to...
We're running out of time here, Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Let me look through a couple of these because I want to jump into the beginners here because we have some awesome beginner content here. And first off, I actually want to start off with, let me see. We have Ariana. Let me see if this is the correct one. So I know we have Ariana in the chat. Urska says my countdown is playing up probably because it's the free version. It's okay. It's all right. We had limited time. Nobody was paying you to do this, but your concept was beautiful, my friend. I have to give it up for Ariana. This was, we're kind of going to schmooze on over to the beginners. Actually, we have Nars Mesh. We have Nars Mesh in the chat, so let me do this and then we'll move on over to the beginners.
Let's do it.
Beginners crew. So we got Grand Theft Auto. Let's refresh this. I love this piece.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this was once again custom coded, I think, by Nars Mesh. So very well done with all of the effects, but especially that one. I think you used that a couple times in here, the numbers, the letters changing, but that was really cool to see.
Yeah. So Nars Mesh.
Something I think that you can't do without code. Like, I don't think you could do that in Wix Studio. So that was cool to see. Nice work.
And we did have a little bit of trouble with this section. We know that there seems to be like some sort of scrolling mechanism here, but we couldn't really get it to work. And I'm not sure if it was something that we did on our end, or maybe it's something that's on my end, because I do know what was here before. These were actual images, and they had, like, you could click on them.
Yeah.
Description and title. So something must have changed. Oh no.
Yeah, probably just the images got moved to a different file or something.
All right, because this is actually pretty cool. And let's see if we can do a saving grace real quick and refresh. This is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. But I will say, ladies, like everybody, please go and check these sites on your own. Again, we're falling into a time problem, really just because of me. And we got 20 minutes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is Nars Mesh is absolutely amazing. Go check it out live if you can on our website, newform.community/challenge, and check out all the challenge submissions. Yeah. But some of these, this one's fighting again today for some reason. But Ariana, this is somebody who submitted in the beginners bracket. Moving on over to the beginners bracket. Shout out to all of our beginners. Guys, you all spend so much time producing, the beginners bracket is just people who are wanting to get into the, they're new at web design. They're trying their chops at Wix Studio. Or they're just trying to, they're inspired by those who have gotten first, second, third place, honorable mention. They've seen people in even in the beginners bracket, and I've gotten messages like, hey, I really, loved to see that you were shouting out some of the beginners and really kind of just showing what they've been able to produce and giving them some love. And that's all we're trying to do here. So Ariana, I know you put this in the beginners bracket, but we decided to roll you up into the regular bracket because we think you should be there now. Yeah. This was great typography. You kept it really simple. Your structure was really great. One experience, new level of crime, pre-order the game or watch the trailer. We love the glitch effect that you put on the image back here, the colors too. And Kole, it sounds like you wanted to say something as well.
Yeah, just the simplicity of it. I think it's only 3 or 4 sections, but it's really cohesive. It's well put together. Like the text is also a really good choice. So, like, you don't need craziness to do well here. You do well with good design and just simplicity, a couple tasteful effects like you have here, and you'll be good to go. So yeah, really well done. And definitely, if you're going to submit again, just bump yourself up to the regular league, because you're ready to play with the big boys now.
Ready to play. All right, excellent job, Ariana. Beautiful work. Up next, I do know we have Maeve in the chat, so let's go ahead and pop hers open.
Yes.
So again, Mavis is another one of our amazing individuals who doesn't have a lot of her time in her personal life, but she does what she can to learn and really develop herself. And we love that she does the challenges and she's willing to learn each and every month, each and every week. She shows up to our events in our Discord to just understand how to improve and take the next step in her journey and her skill building. And I have to say, out of this piece this month, I love that everything was placed well. There was no, sections are where they need to be. I see your idea of what you had around the website, and you're crafting everything, essentially welcoming people to Vice City, the next chapter of chaos and freedom. Immediately call to action to watch the trailer about the video game. We have the value or what exactly we can do in the game, which is roam huge maps in Miami. And we also have really just showcasing gameplay. What I would encourage you to do, like other people have had in their challenges here. For example, a lot of this, if you can, try to take assets, because this is educational purposes only. And I know you're really, challenging yourself in terms of how much you can do on your own. But a lot of, as you guys have seen, almost everybody has either used AI or just borrowed the assets from the GTA site to use as educational purposes to make something a little bit better, structure their experience, and just use the assets of GTA 6 and utilizing that to bring their vision to life, but with using the assets, if they had access to them, imagining you are on their team, how you would make that, how you would redesign your version of their site. So, and I do like the little playfulness of the pre-order now and putting the call to action in a laptop. But I would definitely try to, and I think we talked about this before, how can you make your assets cohesive? So we have a little bit of a different look in the hero section. We got 3 different looks here. We have 2 different looks in terms of, we have a little bit of an illustration here, and we have a swinging piece here. But I have to say, because I know you are trying to master Wix Studio, I know that's your goal. You've gotten so much better at that. I think now that you kind of understand structure, how to use the tool of Wix Studio, I think the next level for you is to start to study a little bit more of like design aesthetic, structure, color theory, things like that. But I say this is a huge win for you in terms of your upbringing in the Wix Studio side of things. So beautiful work.
Yes, very well done, mate. We love to see it each and every month.
Okay.
All right. I think were you planning on doing another beginner? I think we should probably roll into the top 3.
All right, 1 second here. All right, guys. I always get overzealous, but I just want to make sure that those who are in the beginner do get seen to some degree, especially if they're here. For those of you guys who want a little bit more feedback, or you want to talk a little bit about your design submission, we always have a session every Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST to talk about really anything. So if you want to talk about how you felt about your submission or what we thought about it, please join, because 1 hour is not enough for a live stream for us to go through everything and do what we need to do for the community on a daily/weekly basis. So, all right, we've got 15 minutes left. We are now going to shift over into our first, second, and third place winners, starting with our third place. And these are all, I believe, new people, except one person. We have Yven, I believe is how you pronounce. How are we getting into that?
It looks like... I was just looking at that and thinking you were going to do the last name too, and I was laughing at that.
Yven
Alexandrov, I think.
Alexandrov. All right, so let's pop this puppy open. this was awesome. They also, let me go ahead and refresh this really quick so we can see this on screen. So this was a beauty. You know, this, again, this is our 3rd place winner. So Yven, I apologize if I'm killing the name, but this was awesome. We loved how I think you only had like 3-4 sections, but you kept it sweet, simple, and used great imagery and in assets for what you were trying to convey. So you don't survive in Vice City, you own it. I love the big lockup of all the text here. We have the call to action, some text, GTA 6, great video in the background. The next scroll, again, using the same aesthetic type video, not a different type of aesthetic. We have the 3 characters, Luisa, Vixen, and Ramos. We have a switching of the characters too, which is awesome. Again, utilizing the same assets in the back. Using the same type of assets, the cartoony illustration-esque, not switching it up. We have Crow's Nest. And I guess this is the different, they're showcasing this location, which is Crow's Nest. We got from Vice City to Vice City, showcasing the different 2002, 2004, 2008, all the different Grand Theft Autos and where they're located. And we've got the soundtrack, and we can play it either on Spotify or SoundCloud. So this was very simple, guys. I feel like this is what we're trying to share with you guys. You don't have to build out a huge collage of everything. Although when you guys do it, that's awesome. But also you can, how can you make it as simple as possible, as cohesive as possible? Great typography, similar in aesthetic assets, and how can you tell a story or bring together a vision with all those things. So we have the home, the characters, the map, the about, where the game is going to be released. And I think, maybe the only thing that might be missing here is the ability to maybe pre-order. Because we have all of this. And it's just like, we're learning about the game, but, we can't necessarily buy the game. But aesthetic-wise, this was great. Development-wise, this was great. And again, shout out to our amazing 3rd place winner, Yven.
And yes, I have to say, very well done, very well put together. If I was to add something, I would say that there probably could have been a touch more, I guess, interaction. Even if we scroll down, Brandon, at the bottom with, some of those, even further down, right at the bottom. With the, like this, making those buttons even highlight or light up when you hover on them, something like that. Just small things. Of course, you don't need massive scroll interactions. You kept it really simple here, and I enjoyed that. But yeah, just some small things make it feel like the site's a little more alive than otherwise. But yeah, really great work.
Agreed. And we got it a little Eugene is actually in the chat, so I apologize. I've been saying Yven, but thank you so much in the chat. It's closely related to a Eugene, so I appreciate that. Also, Tudor Borta, I know you submitted a ton in our challenge. I was gonna hop to one of your sites next. There is one that I have. If we have enough time, we'll pop back to it. But I just wanted to say verbally, you had amazing sites, and there was one over all of the ones that you've submitted that were absolutely excellent. So Eugene says, thank you very much. I have little experience working with Wix. Next time, the implementation will be cooler. I'm waiting for new contests. That's awesome. So not only was this one of your first times in Wix Studio, you did an amazing job. So excelente, my friend. Excelente. All right, up next, and I'm not sure, I'm seeing you guys banter in the chat here really quick. Urska says that Someone Alone has gotten 4.5 in awards since last year. Beautiful works, of course. Are you guys plotting? What do you know that I don't know?
Yeah, how do they know that?
I don't know. Let us know in the chat what you guys know. Okay, so up next we have our second place, and I'm going to see, Urska, if this is what you thought it was going to be. We have an amazing site by the one and only Sohail. All right, and luckily we are already on 1920 by 1080. Awesome, so we'll close that out. Again, some of you guys, I think a combination of Shrewy, Sohail, and I think maybe one other person, maybe one or two. I love these hover interactions that you guys are doing. Oh man, there was a Figma one that we didn't get to where, man, we just need more time. This was awesome. The scrolling experience, the typography, the assets, discover the world's greatest open world in history. Love this scrolling experience here.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah, the 3D hover effects.
This was dope. Great assets, great functionality, interactivity. I love how much it like pushes the images out. It's so fluid.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got some card action going on there. Yeah, the future of open world is criminally good. We got our locations. Love how they are disappearing into the back. And I love this little effect where we have the text and it reads for you. Anytime you can help me read, guys, first place, second place, third place, immediately. All right, guys. We redefined the sandbox again. Vice's next era blends neo-soaked nights, high-stake heists, and... Okay, the D was over here. Kind of... All right, we... I got messed up a little bit. A city that never forgets a face, built for modern hardware and old school chaos. All right, you're messing it up. So Sohail, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix that. But regardless, it's good. Vice is waiting. Why are you? Pre-order access, exclusive content, and early mission drops soon. So make the move. The city reacts. Oh, and I was about to say, I didn't press this last time. It was kind of hiding. I just thought it was this little button, but very nice little button here.
Sohail does his buttons very well.
Yeah, we try to steal Sohail's buttons.
Yes.
Kole, not Kole. All of our whole next workshops are just take every button Sohail submits with his projects, and we're just gonna make a free little tutorial or a thing on how to make what he's made. But this is awesome. The reserve now again. Oof, it's that rainbow. First, second, third.
Loves it.
Hey, yeah, we're in there. But this was beautiful, and even this end piece, the little rainbow,
really leaning into the GTA 6 colors.
Yeah. So and a countdown, very nice countdown with, you know, a font that goes in well with everything else. So actually, out of curiosity, because I think Sohail is in here, can you let everybody in the chat know on YouTube how you? Well, I'm sure you're a coding master, but really curious how you produce this countdown in here. So that is second place, ladies and gentlemen. The interactivity, the fluidity, the colors, the font choices, really strong. You know, honestly, just because we've given some feedback here, we feel like every other section is so strong. Even, you know, I feel like me and Kole kind of talked about how even this section is much stronger than this one, or at least, you know, this V6 or VI, or the 6, and then this piece, it's not as strong as the rest of the site. So we would really, you know, like to start with strength and continue. But overall, I'm sweating in a good way. Yeah. It's great. Okay, so applause, sir, Sohail, and we will transition now. We've got 4 minutes left for our first place winner. And now, do we have it? I was like, where's the drum roll sound effect? I was like, you know what? We don't have time for that. We have a new winner. This is their first time, I believe, submitting in our challenges. And they absolutely killed it. So Dexter, there we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dexter's in the chat.
Dexter's in here. What's up? Dexter is in the chat. Let's pull this puppy up. Oh wait, that's not it. Hold on. There was a glitch in the matrix. Eugene's. I clicked on Dexter's site and Eugene's popped up, and I was like, oh. All right, so hold on. Let's refresh this. Dexter, how did you find out about the challenge, man? This was amazing. And so, yeah, just let us know in the chat. But there was a lot of things here that we liked. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, if this needs to be positioned as a, what's it call it?
Screen size.
Yeah, screen size. Just let me know, because I feel like I've opened this a couple times and it looks different each time. Okay, so first off, as you guys know, first place can only be Wix Studio sites. And there's pros and cons with every Wix Studio that we've seen today. We're going to talk about the pros, and then we are also, because Dexter, you know, there was a lot of awesomeness in this, but let's just go ahead and get started. So we have this awesome Grand Theft Auto in the back. We scroll down. We liked the placement of some of your text, but some of them, we were wondering if it was just on us, if this, I'm gonna just call it Times New Roman, but the serif, if those were the pieces that, you know, it just showed up strangely on ours. But again, as we scroll down, what we loved was, and you guys will see this, nobody's clean here. The cards that scroll through, this is where your site starts to get stronger. And again, like, and this happens with all of our sites. There's strengths and there's weaknesses, and we have, you know, really a month to do this. So some of you guys are doing this in a couple days, 3 days, a week. You know, we have regular lives, but the fact that you have these cards, and as we keep scrolling, you'll see where we fell in love. And, you know, really what we were hoping was that this serif font was probably something that we didn't have on our end, so we couldn't see what you're actually trying to have there. But we love the video behind the text.
Yeah.
We love this area where when we scroll, we have the different games that slide up. This is where we really, you know, there was a lot of things that could be worked on, but there was a lot of things that were really awesome that we're like, wow, this has a lot of strength to it. This card effect here, each character, and the parallax.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. Yeah, go ahead, Kole.
I love that. It's just,
I guess
it's very cohesive. It works very well together.
Yeah. And this was another winner for us too.
Yeah, this section I think was my favorite. It definitely blew me away.
Yeah, great cards, great interactions.
Yeah, the image kind of opens up. I love that.
Yeah. And I really love that you used this font. I think this was maybe one out of two, maybe three, that actually found this font and used it as headings. And I think that was something that we really liked.
Yeah, and then I like the simplicity at the bottom there, just with the Rockstar logo. That was really together.
Yeah. And what I really thought was freaking hilarious, one of the social medias, I was like, come on.
I didn't even see that.
Oh God. And one of the things I did try with this morning, I was like, why do they have this little hint thing here? So I just, I played with it. I can't, what is it? I can't take it. Wait, hold on. Wait, do a right click on what? Oh. All right, it says, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I just
waste.
So you guys put some,
what I'm talking about, Easter eggs in here.
Yeah, you guys really know how to hide them. In future, please, I know you guys put Easter eggs, but at least make them more what is the word that I'm looking
visible.
For? Make them more, yes, visible and obvious. I love that. And what I mean by this, the only reason I saw this one was because it was blue. I thought that was hilarious. And the other piece here, no, I'm not clicking on it, Dexter. We're not doing that. This is a family friendly
Yeah.
Station.
Yeah. That's good call, Brandon. Good call.
Yeah, we're not click. I'll click on it after the stream.
We're probably gonna get rickrolled or something.
Yeah. No, I'm not Dexter. I'll click on it afterwards. I can't risk it. I didn't look. I didn't prepare.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah. But you know, what really won us over with this is, as I mentioned, you know, I think if we had if the text type can be changed, what really won us over here was the parallax, the storytelling, the cards, the video behind the actual text here. This piece specifically, we love this section, and we love how things are in back of and in front of. Feels like 2013 again. This was awesome, and this was just another layer of awesome. So a big congratulations again to Dexter for his first place, but also his first challenge. Beautiful work, and we hope to see you more in the challenges, my friend. Because if this is your first, we need some contenders for a lot of the people who've been circulating around first, second, and third place. And we have some, you know, we have Eugene, we have Dexter, and Sohail is still holding in there. But as he should. But we're really happy to see some amazing new contenders in our challenges, and even first-time Wix Studio participants and kicking tail. So again, with that being said, really quick, I'm gonna switch screen here. Again, final thank you to each and every one of you guys for participating in our GTA 6 themed challenge for this month. Again, we have a challenge each and every month, and there's cash prizes for each placement. Again, we have our first place winner. We have Dexter. He is the winner of $250. I was about to say 250,000. I'm glad I shut my mouth. $250, 250. Yes. If we could, that would be awesome. But it would totally be coming out of Robert's paycheck, not ours. I'm joking. I joke. But second place we have Sohail with 150, and in third place we have Eugene. Excellent job, you guys. You all have done amazing job. Same thing to all of our honorable mentions, and same thing to all of our beginners league, from Maeve, from Tudor or Borta, Daniel, you know, Jen the creator, Amy, and Yasin. You guys did an amazing job. Again, we try to get as much as we can. If you guys have questions about your challenge submission, please join our 1 p.m. EST design and chat today. We always talk about what we're stuck on, anything related to design, how to improve, but we also have a good time in our chat as well as a nice little design family to hang out on, you know, the middle of the week. So we would love to have you. And for the prizes and the trophies for everybody, trophies are being made this week, and by Monday latest you will receive them. For prizes, me and Kole will DM you guys both. We'll start with Discord, so look out for there. We have 2 new winners, so we'll get your PayPal information. We'll send you guys cash prizes ASAP. But for next week, everyone in our first, second, and third honorable mention and beginners, we are going to send you guys your trophies latest next week on Monday. So look out in your emails for those. Yeah. Closing, Kole, what do we got for our next challenge? Anything that I missed?
So the vote on the next challenge is still up. So if you haven't voted yet, go to Discord and vote. But right now it looks like a pretty significant lead for Lego. So it's very likely that next month will be a Lego themed challenge. But keep your eye out on our website and on our Instagram pages. We will have the official prompt and official theme coming out hopefully July 1st. So we hope to see you next month for that challenge.
Definitely. And last thing, we are going to put together a showcase for our first, second, and third place winners. And also we will mention our honorable mentions and beginner participants on LinkedIn. So if you are not following me or Newform on LinkedIn, please do that. If you are part of new form, you already know what our LinkedIn is, and same thing with our Instagram. We are going to be doing a showcase video where we'll be tagging on Instagram as many people as we can. On LinkedIn, it's a little bit easier to find all of our peeps, but please connect with me on Daily Web Designs as well as on LinkedIn. Follow Newform as well. We put out an email yesterday of all that information. Of course, we have UI UX daily tips as well. Just make sure to follow all of the things. Make sure to tag us on all the things that you will be posting on social media so that we can reshare on our social medias as well. Because as of last month, Wix Studio's team reached out to us and wanted to also help showcase some of the challenge winners. And last month we were able to get one of our winners showcased on the official Wix Studio LinkedIn page. We got a lot of traction. So again, this is not only for you to have fun, this is a great time to be seen by literally every time we share showcase video on Instagram, minimum 20k views. So if you want to have fun, want to get seen and be showcased by the brand that helps make this happen, Wix Studio, keep doing the challenges, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, it's time to eat, time to drink some water, and I'll see you guys in Design and Chat in about an hour. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we will see you then.
Thanks.
Have a great
See you
day.
guys.